I look out at you and I see hunger. I see it in your eyes, that sharp gleaming edge of ambition. You're here to learn the secrets, aren't you? The formula, the cheat code to get from that seat to this stage. You see the man, you see the reputation that precedes him, and you want to know how. You want the map. Let me save you the trouble of taking notes. There is no map. If there were, everyone with a good memory would be a king. The world isn't a library, it's a jungle. And in the jungle, the first and last rule is this: you are only as dangerous as your focus. Focus. It's a word we throw around so carelessly now. I need to focus on this project. I'm trying to focus on my health. We treat it like a light switch we can flick on and off. That's a lie. A comfortable modern lie. True focus is not a switch, it is a fire you must build log by log and protect from every gust of wind, every drop of rain, and you must be willing to burn everything else in your life to keep it roaring. A man is only attractive, and I don't mean just to a woman, but to opportunity, to respect, to capital, to any force in this world, when he is possessed by that fire, when he has a goal that consumes him. Have you ever watched a lion on the hunt? A crouched, terrifying stillness, 1,000 other scents on the wind, a dozen other sounds in the grass. The lion is aware of them all, but its gaze, its entire being, is fixed on the weakest gazelle at the edge of the herd. It does not look at the prettier gazelle. It does not get distracted by a bird flying overhead. Its focus is a straight, unwavering line of lethal intent. That is the energy that moves the world. A man who is distracted, whose gaze wanders from his purpose to his phone, to the fleeting opinion of strangers, to the next party, to the endless buffet of trivial pleasures, that man gives off the scent of prey. He is seen as weak, unreliable, a ship without a rudder, at the mercy of every current. Why would anyone invest in him? Why would a woman of substance build a life with him? Why would respect follow him? You wouldn't board a ship with a captain who can't decide which port he's sailing to. And this journey, this hunt for your goal, it's not a simple A to B sprint on a paved road. Oh no, you think success is about having a great idea and working hard. That's the sanitized version they sell you in business books. The reality is a gauntlet, a filthy, bloody, soul-crushing gauntlet. You will be told you're not good enough, and it will be by people you admire. You will pour your soul into a project only to have it stolen by someone you trusted, someone who smiled at you while they sharpened the knife. You will be passed over for a promotion you earned because of politics you can't control, because of an injustice that will make you want to scream until your lungs bleed. I remember a time, decades ago, I had a partner. We built a company from my garage, fueled by cheap coffee and a shared dream. I was the architect, he was the salesman. One day I came in to find our major client, our lifeline, had been moved to a new entity, an entity owned entirely by him. He used my work, my plans, my late nights to cut me out completely. He looked me in the eye and said, "It's just business, Arthur." In that moment, I could have broken. I could have become a bitter man telling that story in a bar for the rest of my life. I could have sued, spent years in litigation, letting my fire dwindle into the embers of resentment. But that is a distraction. The injustice is a test. The betrayal is a test. The hurtful words are a test. They are all designed to knock your eyes off the prize, to make you turn your head. The lion that gets into a fight with a hyena over scraps is the lion that goes hungry. I swallowed the blood in my mouth, and I focused. I focused on building something better, something he could never touch. The insult became fuel. The betrayal became a lesson in vigilance. I worked every angle, not just the one in front of me. I learned finance. I learned law. I learned to read the hidden intentions in a man's eyes. I became a hunter who could not only see the gazelle, but could anticipate the stampede, the shift in the wind, the shadow of the vulture. This path leads to a certain kind of man. Let's call him the architect. He endures. He learns the ugly rules of the game, not so he can become ugly himself, but so he can navigate the board without being swept off it. He finds that excruciating balance between his ambition and his character. He doesn't sacrifice his soul, but he might mortgage a small piece of it from time to time, with a promise to buy it back later, with interest. He clenches his jaw and walks through the fire, and he comes out the other side. A teachee. And what does he have? He has the respect of his peers, even his enemies, because he is a survivor. He has the means to provide a comfortable, secure life for his family. His children will go to the best schools. His wife will never have to worry about the bills. He can be generous. He can fund charities. He can create jobs. His life is a testament to resilience. He built a fortress, and he holds the keys. He is a success. By any metric this world uses, he has won. He is desirable. He is stable. He is a pillar of the community. A comfortable man who has earned his comfort through immense discomfort. But there is another man. Imagine a man who walks through that same gauntlet and makes a different choice. He too has a fire, but his fire is not for a goal at the end of the path. His fire is the path. He is a man of pure, unadulterated passion. When the superior tells him he isn't good enough, he doesn't work to prove him wrong. He simply knows his own worth, and that is enough. When the partner betrays him, he doesn't build a bigger company out of spite. He walks away, cleans the dirt off his hands, and starts a new creation from scratch, not because he needs to win, but because he needs to create. This man has no eyes for the riches of the world. He might be a poet who lives in a tiny, drafty apartment, but whose words can make you weep. He might be a craftsman who builds exquisite furniture but sells it for just enough to buy more wood, because the act of building is his reward. He may be a teacher in an inner-city school earning a pittance, but who changes the trajectory of young lives every single day? By the world's standards, this man is a fool. He is not a good provider. He is not ambitious. He is not considered a desirable spouse by those who measure a man by his bank account. He walks with a quiet confidence that the world mistakes for arrogance or naivete. He lives with a passion that makes him seem reckless. He endures the same injustice, the same pain as the architect, but it slides off him like water off a duck's back. Why? Because he is not attached to the outcome. He is not playing for the prize. His prize is the integrity of his every action. His prize is the freedom of his own soul. He has no master, not a boss, not a client, not a bank, not even the expectations of his own family. He walks with an unwavering faith, not necessarily in a religion, but in the truth of his own purpose. He believes in his bones that nothing in this world, no insult, no betrayal, no loss, can bend him to its will. The only force he bows to is the one inside him, the one he might call God, or truth, or beauty. He may be poor in coin, but he is wealthy in a currency the architect has to fight to remember. He is rich in spirit. He doesn't need to build a fortress because he has no fear of the storm. He is the storm. So I ask you, look down the long, winding road of your one life. See the struggles, the joys, the triumphs, and the heartbreaks that await you. At the very end of that road, when the game is over and the pieces are put back in the box, a shadow falls. You will have to look at the man you became. On the one hand, the architect, a king in a kingdom of men, respected, comfortable, secure, a man who played a difficult game and won, preserving his character as best he could. On the other hand, the pillar, a sovereign in a kingdom of one, perhaps poor, perhaps overlooked, but unbent, unbroken, and utterly free. A man who refused to play the game at all, and in doing so achieved a victory the world cannot measure. So tell me, when you draw your last breath and the accounts of your soul are settled, which man would you rather have been?